Lauren Cook and her 3 children have been missing for more than 3 weeks now, and apparently she has just done an exclusive interview and said that she fled because of child abuse claims. Let's get into it. Hannah, who's 30 years old, took her 3 children, Benjamin, who's 7, Hannah, who's 5, and Elijah, who's 2, on a pre-planned out-of-state vacation, she says, when, of course, the missing persons investigation began. It apparently was prompted by child abuse allegations, neglect, drug use, and mental illness that was supposedly happening at the home she shares with her husband, Jordan. This is the picture we've all seen circulating of Lauren and her 3 children. She says the thought of losing her children was enough for her to flee. And her husband, Jordan, was also interviewed. He said that all of this is basically defamation and slander, and that it was from an anonymous report. He says that there's no criminal charges against them. They're upstanding citizens and loving parents. They have now started a GoFundMe page saying that they may need to retain a lawyer and they want to recoup losses from their business, which is a cannabis consulting agency and a shop apparently that sells growing materials. This is the GoFundMe page that's been started. It's titled Fund for Lauren Cook and Children, and it's been started by Lauren herself. In the write-up she's posted, she says that they're not missing, that they've never been missing, and she says that she's even contacted and talked to the people that filed the missing persons report, but the authorities say that their hands are tied now, and until they see Lauren and the children, the missing persons case will remain open. Lauren says the funds being raised through this fundraiser will be used to help take care of my children and myself. I'm still planning to hire a lawyer to make sure that this will never happen again. People started questioning Lauren on why she would need a lawyer if the case was dropped, and basically she says she wants to have a lawyer on retainer in case anything like this happens again. She also says that she basically wants to go on the offensive now, and her rights were infringed upon, and she's going to protect her children. Lauren says she doesn't know who filed the charges, but she believes it could be a family member or even a disgruntled business partner. She says that basically the accusations was that Jordan was a cult leader who was physically and sexually abusing their children, and that she apparently had Stockholm syndrome. Lauren says investigators showed up at her house asking to interview the children, and she told them that she'd need to speak to an attorney. She then ended up still taking this apparent pre-planned vacation with the children, and she says she was not told she was under investigation or that she wasn't able to leave. And over the next couple of days, the investigators showed up apparently bringing an emergency removal order for her children. Her husband, Jordan, had been telling media outlets that his wife and children were not missing, that he was not concerned, and that they were fine, but the search continued. Lauren says that the threat of having her kids taken away is not something that she's willing to even consider as an option, and she doesn't understand why the police are saying that they need to see her in person to lift the missing persons investigation. Lauren's mother, who apparently has spoken with Lauren, is still telling officers and authorities that she's extremely concerned about her daughter and the children, and that her daughter is expecting. Lauren's mother says she doesn't know about any investigation with the Department of Child Services or anonymous complaints, but she said her daughter and grandchildren are still missing and she's extremely concerned. Lauren, however, says that this was an extremely upsetting situation for her and that everything's still up in the air, so she's not sure when she's going to come forward to police.